to be our purple town player, Pokebunny. Give me a moment, guys. Sorry, I've broken the thing again. The hashtags. All right, you can hashtag Pokebunny or you can hashtag Jig to support here, guys. As soon as I figure out how to correctly line up this thing once and for all, there we go. So hashtag Pokebunny and hashtag Jig to show some love to each of the players that you might be supporting here. To the top left-hand side is Pokebunny from Sloth Esport Club. Just go for the second intro, why not? And to the bottom right, our Red Zerg player from Root Gaming. Give it up for Jig. So setting up into this, getting this ready to roll. Again, Wurzak, thank you so much for the $50 added into the prize pool, mate. Of course, anything you do add to the prize pool, guys, does get split amongst the players. So it does go between the 4 players that finish top 4. So it's a great way to support the tournament. It's a great way to support the players and show them some love for competing in the event, of course. Hey, Waddy, what's up, man? Thank you for the sub as well. You owed me this. Thank you, mate. Do appreciate it. Won't cancel. It's okay. I know how it is in that esports life, you know. I know how it is when you when the roulette reel isn't kind, you know. Thank you, mate. Do appreciate the sub. Let's see some love in the chat for Roddy. Not just for the sub, but for the great games today. I actually do think this is probably the most fun I've had casting StarCraft in a while, casting the Roddy games. I had a lot of fun. It's been fun. Alright then, let's maybe talk about this TvZ before people get annoyed that I'm not casting or observing or something. Just gonna see this Reaper running around. Actually gets 2 Zerglings so far, so not bad. It's gonna be an interesting state of this group, by the way. You know, Pokebunny and Jig both picked up wins against, well, everyone in this group picked up wins against Roddy, but I think Jon Snow in this group is pretty much the heavy favorite. And I think Jig is then a secondary favorite, and then Pokebunny is sort of the way I rank things in my head. I'm not super up to date with the NA scene, but that's kind of how things go in my mind. So yeah, I feel as though this is an interesting one, because I feel as though if it comes down, you know, I feel as though it generally should come down to either right now Pokebunny or Jig to finish second place in this group if Jon Snow doesn't mess up. I'm so interested to see how this series goes, because that really could be, you know, an indicator as to how it will finish up. Just going to be seeing this Reaper moving around, doing a good job of denying creep spread, etc. so far. Very good job so far. Lots of Pokebunnies in the chat, by the way. Lots of love for Pokebunny coming through. An 83% vote for him against the 17. Alright, alright. Lots of Pokebunny love right now. Interesting to see. Keep those votes coming in, guys. Let us know who else you're supporting. Starport is coming up here next to this reactor. This was a 2-1-1 build from Pokebunny here in the TvZ, so intrigued to see what he goes for as a follow-up. Wonder if he's going to go for the, you know, a very aggressive 2-base play, because I know I was watching him tweet a little while ago. He was saying he played a show match, and in every game he tried to 2-base all in and end the game early, he won, and in every game he tried to play macro, he lost. So I wonder if he'll play very aggressively here on Abyssal, or whether he'll try and take the third CC in the next couple of minutes. We'll see here. It really will be the next minute or so that defines exactly how this build plays out. Even things such as seeing a single engineering bay compared to 2 engineering bays will tell us a lot about the sort of build that Pokebunny wants to go into as a follow-up. 1 engineering bay is much more suggestive of a 5 racks 2 base all in, rather than the double engineering bay, which is generally followed up by a third CC, etc. Ooh, Starpod actually moves away to the new reactor, so there's not going to be any extra medevacs just yet, and so this is a really nice scout from Jig, because you'll see the extra barracks already being added on, and that's already a massive indicator as to the fact that this is going to be 2-base pressure, and to the fact that Jig should not be over-droning here. He needs to be very cautious with that, but also very cautious with how he trades, because if you do not trade very well initially, you will start to fall quite far behind in terms of continuing to trade and continuing to fight, so let's be very cautious here. I like this Widowmine coming nice and far forwards. Queens won't take a shot just yet, though. It does just limit where the units from Jig can go without just taking a big chunk of damage from that mine. Unless, of course, one single Zergling absorbs it, and it doesn't do too much, although Pokebunny, a nice little unburrow and pull back here towards the other side. Widowmine burrowing again just on the edge of the creep, and we're going to see Lings and Queens pushing forward. We're going to see that Widowmine trying to burrow again. Ripper Grenade goes down, doesn't do too much, and again, not too much crazy stuff going on. Pokebunny just clean creeping. Very nicely done. I think one of the main things for him, if he's going to go for this very aggressive follow-up, is that he really does want to keep his units alive. He wants to maintain units because that's the efficiency side of things. And these builds, these aggressive builds, are about momentum, and momentum is built on having advantages, and advantages are gained by playing efficiently. Losing a medevac like this is the exact opposite of what he wants to do, because that takes away a lot of his potential on the map here. As you do just see, these things are going to chase, and that's the issue as well. Right now he's going to lose the Marines he has, but he can't lift up into this medevac. He can kind of wait a little bit. A little bit messy from Pokebunny. The micro not perfect there. He actually loses a little bit more than he should have done perhaps, and it could have just been a little bit neater, a little bit tidier. A lot of lings from Jig coming across. He really took the idea of not overdrawn into heart, and he really has just been making lings for a little while to make sure he's got plenty to help him here initially. He has got the Bane and Nest up, and so he can start to morph in Banes as well to help him out defensively, but further pushes continue to come on through. Queen's going to be setting up, and we see a couple of creep tumors starting to push on forwards. Just going to be seeing these Marines get Simon in. We're going to see a couple of creep tumors already picked up here. Another scan coming down, a couple of these creep tumors dropping. Banelings over to the right-hand side. Still trying to see what else they can do. We're going to be seeing the Banelings, the Lings, setting up here down to the south side. Queens from Jig setting up as well. We're going to see what they can get up to over the next few moments. We're going to see, well, here we go. Actually, we're going to be seeing these Marines going to have to come forward, and they are going to pick off quite a few units, but the tanks, I just don't think they're doing enough as Jig is on top of this, and I mean, the medevacs are already dropping so rapidly. The last few Marines are actually doing a very good job, though, continuing to fight this. A new siege tank comes in. Queens will start to trade transfuses out. Some of them are off creep, so it's slow for them to get back onto safety, but he does lose a couple here towards the end. At the end of this, Pokebunny made this look a little bit better for himself. 1-1, though, about a finish from Jig, and that will help him in future trades. But at the moment, he doesn't have Banelings ready, and that's something he needs to get set. Otherwise, he will have trouble continuing on. Pokebunny pushing on forward, still a good amount of Marines. It's just those Marines in the corner behind the siege tank that really start to do a heck of a lot more towards the latter stages of this fight. You see this medevac dropping kind of low. Doesn't go down just yet, though. You see Lings and Banes pushing forwards, and oh, the Banes are going to come in as they connect. They will do so much damage because those Marines were so stacked up, but he's just able to pull himself away for now. Tank will get ready to siege once more. A couple more Lings on towards the right-hand side. The siege tank will siege up as well. And here we go. Ling Bane going to run on it forwards. Those Banes disappear so quickly, and this is the issue. The Pokebunny momentum is going to be difficult to break right now as these creep tumors are all gone, and so there's so little space for the Zerg to work with. And now the Banes are going down as they pop, and there's just not the time given to the Zerg here to get his next set of units up. His next set of Banes morphed in, and that's why he's really going to start running into issues. Pokebunny 64 to the 28 army supply. We said he likes these two base attacks. He likes to play aggressively like this, and that's exactly what we're starting to see now as we're going to be seeing now some more Lings coming forwards here. Banes coming in too. Tanks are pressing on forwards as well. The pressure further onto this natural. I'm not sure where all these Marines are going, just pulling back a little bit, playing very safe. This natural is under fire, and drones are pulled back all the way into the back of this mineral line already. I mean, the thing is, it's just splitting up the units so you can take as efficient trades as possible right now. You're going to get rid of one Evo chamber, the next will probably not be too far behind it. I guess it's not quite in range of the tanks as much so as the first one, but the natural base fall is obviously a pretty good indicator of the direction this game is going. More tanks are coming in, more Marines. I mean, the Liberator's coming in too, just as something else to help out here. Some drones going down as they transfer bases. I guess Pokebunny just gives up on the natural now, and he just pushes around towards the third. He could maybe even take a moment to take down these rocks and just access a bit of an easier rally path for reinforcements. It may not really even be that necessary, though. Again, he just has so much already. He might just be able to end this with this next little attack. As here we go, Ling Bane pushing through. We are going to be seeing these tanks continue to siege on up. Marines pulling back up to the end. We are going to see those Banes continue to drop. I think that's going to be it. GG from Jig. Pokebunny will take game 1 of this best of 3. By the way, Pokebunny, if he wins this series, in the future, so that's really awesome to see, guys. Thank you so much for the support. Supporting the tournament, supporting the stream. You guys are the best. With that said, let's do it. Game number 2 of this best of 3 to the lower left-hand side from Root Gaming. Our red Zerg player is Jig. Top right-hand side from Sloth Esports Club. Give it up. Cheering on Pokebunny. Again, let's set those hashtags in the chat. Pokebunny's up by 1 in the series. He's up by just 3% in the chat popularity. Alright, you guys are a little bit split on Pokebunny and Jig. To be fair, Jig was the one who came very, very close to rivaling the Roddy vote compared to the others tonight. He came the closest to being Roddy's main competitor in terms of popularity in the chat. Gas pool opening from Jig. What a way to set up against what is coming out to be a proxy free racks. And this Overlord as well, currently moving on up towards this position. Going to end up scouting this fairly early on. And this is not the greatest of starts here for Pokebunny in game number 2. Rob Sky S also coming through with the Twitch Prime sub. Trying to be esports hero of the day right now, are you, mate? Thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub as well as your generous donation on Maturino. Guys, let's see some Wardy hearts in the chat, or just hearts in general for Rob Sky. Thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub as well, mate. Really do appreciate all the support. Well, 4 racks coming into play, but Jig scouts this. First Marine on the way out, though, so this Overlord has to be a bit careful, get towards the high ground. The fact that this was gas pool already, obviously, from Jig is something which goes a long way in terms of benefiting him, in terms of setting up and being able to defend this. It's already not looking... It just doesn't look pretty at all, right, for Pokebunny. Jig to see what he can end up doing here. A few more lings on the way out. No Spine Crawl or anything just yet. The Marines will just stack up and just wait a little while. Pokebunny not going to push for now. Just going to raid just a little bit. Get this going. And all the rest of it as we... Again, see a 4th rack. It's going to be finishing up in a moment or so. Here we go, Marines and SCVs going to push on forwards and see what they can do. Going to push up this ramp, and already a few things obviously pulling back. I am intrigued by just the lack of a commitment to a... Oh, that bunker is actually going to get blocked by his own SCVs and Marines. Oh no, that is disastrous for Pokebunny, isn't it? The bunker getting blocked means that he just doesn't have, like... It was kind of the Sim City that was about to be created by it as well, would have been really nice. And now he's running out of space to build a bunker. We'll come back up to the high ground again. A couple lings going down once more. I'm just going to be seeing a couple of SCVs are going to come in. He actually kills off this Overlord. Jig supply block from that Overlord kill. That's a pretty big deal. I mean, the Marine count's getting up there. A couple of lings going down very quickly. He's just going to fight this, but he gets us around with the drones. And that might be Pokebunny's mistake, although he will actually get out of this. Ling is about to hit speed. Now he's going to kite himself into this corner. And Pokebunny may just be doing enough here. Marines are still streaming on through. And Jig, well, he's going to, first of all, just deny this bunker from coming up. I mean, that's huge. But so many drones have gone down. There's only 7 workers left. 6 workers left. Pokebunny, I think, might just be able to keep on making Marines here. And he just might be able to make this happen. A couple more Marines on the low ground. Going to get 2 more Zergons as they come through. I mean, they just can't do enough right here. That bunker is looking as though it will be cancelled, sure. But I don't think he needs the bunker. Pokebunny looking as though he's going to be able to do enough. And winning this, he will put himself through this group, remember. Both Roddy and Jake, of course, will be on a 0-2 or below scoreline. Well, Pokebunny will have run 2 series. So he'll be guaranteed to move through this group. GG is called. Pokebunny takes the series 2-0 with the 4 racks all in on Mech Depot.